Once upon a time, in the sunny suburbs of San Diego, three dudes decided to make music that sounded like teenage angst, skateboards, and bad decisions. This is the story of Blink-182, a band that proved you can make millions yelling about your parents, your crush, and your dog. It all started in 1992 when Mark Hoppus, Tom DeLonge, and Scott Raynor formed a band called Blink. They added 182 after discovering an Irish band already had the name Blink. The 182 supposedly came from the number of times Al Pacino says a certain four-letter word in Scarface. Or maybe it was random. No one actually knows, not even the band. Their early demos would be Fly Swatter in 1993, recorded in a bedroom on a 4-track recorder, and then Buddha in 94, their first real demo that caught the attention of indie labels. Their sound? Fast, loud, and juvenile, like Green Day after 3 cans of Monster. Now, we're gonna enter into the Dude Ranch era. So this would put them in the mainstream, especially with songs like Damn It, which was the anthem of every awkward breakup in the late 90s. This album was released in 97 under MCA Records. Damn It blew up on MTV, and suddenly Blink went from playing backyard parties to Warped Tour legends. Fun fact, during the Dude Ranch era, drummer Scott Raynor left the band. The official reason, creative differences. The unofficial reason, too much cocaine. Enter Travis Barker, a tattooed drumming machine who learned the entire Blink set in one day. With Travis on board, Blink-182 became a pop-punk superweapon. Next is Enema of the State. It was released in 1999 with producer Jerry Finn. Featured hits like What's My Age Again, All the Small Things, and Adam's Song, but it has so many other good songs such as Aliens Exist and Dumpweed. This album didn't just make Blink famous, it made them MTV gods. The nurse on the cover? That's right, adult film star Janine Lindemalder. I have no clue if I said it right. But the glove snap, Immortal, All the Small Things became a pop-punk anthem and a parody of boy bands. Ironically, turning Blink into one. They were now the kings of immaturity, running naked through the streets in their videos and selling millions of records while doing it. Their next album, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. Title equals pun, obviously. It debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, released in 2001. This was Blink at their peak. Catchy hooks, teenage humor, and just enough angst to make suburban kids feel rebellious. This had so many good songs such as Every Time I Look for You, The Rock Show, First Date, you name it. The album had 3 secret bonus tracks, one for each band member's sense of humor. Spoiler, they were all about bodily functions. Next, we're going to go into the self-titled era. I'd say this is when they were almost growing up. So their self-titled album was released in 2003. It was darker, moodier, and more experimental. Songs like I Miss You and Feeling This showed emotional depth, shocking everyone who thought they only sang about poop jokes. Blink went from skate punks to serious artists. They even used a keyboard. Truly revolutionary. Tom DeLonge recorded his vocals for I Miss You in a separate studio because he wanted a different vibe. Translation, he didn't want to hang out that day. But tension grew. Tom wanted to explore spacey music and explore aliens more. Mark and Travis wanted to stay grounded. By 2005, Blink-182 was not Blink-182 anymore. Now we are going to talk about their hiatus and their different side quests. Hell yeah. After the breakup, the members went their separate ways. Tom DeLonge formed Angels and Airwaves, a band that sounded like U2 if they were obsessed with aliens. Mark Hoppus and Travis Barker formed Plus 44, a more electronic, introspective project. And of course, Boxcar Racer was also in there. Then tragedy struck. Travis survived a deadly plane crash in 2008 that changed his life and brought the band back together. Sometimes it takes a near-death experience to realize you miss your bandmates. We're going to talk about their next album, Neighborhoods. Released in 2011, this was their reunion album. Recorded separately because old habits die hard. It was darker, more mature, and full of existential dread. Like Blink-182 had gone to therapy. Fun fact, despite the tension, the album debuted in the top 10 and proved Blink still had it. But by 2014, Tom was once again chasing UFOs instead of tour buses. Now we're going to enter the Matt Skiba from Alkaline Trio era. A goth, punk vampire replacing an alien enthusiast. I swear, you can't make this shit up. We're going to talk about California. It was released in 2016. It was upbeat, nostalgic, and Grammy nominated. And it had, like, one good song on it, though. In my opinion, at least. Everyone else can have their different opinions, but Bored to Death is probably the lone good song for me. And then 9 in 2019, darker, electronic, and surprisingly emotional. Skiba joined the band so quickly that fans joked he was summoned by Travis's drum fills. This lineup kept Blink alive and touring, even if the chemistry was more professional coworkers than best bros. Then, in 2022, the impossible happened. Tom DeLonge returned. They released an album one more time in 2023. It was produced by Travis Barker, saving them money too, and there's a heartfelt reflection on friendship, mortality, and growing up without losing the fart jokes. The title track, One More Time, was inspired by the band's near-death experiences and reunions, and yes, it made grown men cry. Blink-182 is back, older, wiser, and still refusing the act their age. From garage shows in San Diego to sold-out arenas across the world, Blink-182 turned Teenage Rebellion into a lifelong career. They taught us that growing up is overrated, friendship is messy, and sometimes the best way to deal with life is to laugh at it. And that, guys, is how 3 goofballs with guitars changed pop-punk forever. One fart joke at a time. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe for more content just like this. Catch you guys in the next one.